How come the Oscar's gold, not black? I don't know, all right? It's racism. Let it go. And speaking of Oscars, I got 2 words for Billy Crystal. Jack Palance, all right? I got another 3 words. Let it go. This guy based the whole year of material on one ad-lib. Look, you're black, I'm white, my friend's Chinese, and you know what? We're all idiots. So before we start, I have to tell you about a little fiasco I had in my house last week. I'm still a little shaken from it. I had a bug come in my house, right? I'm kind of a puss, right? You didn't know that already. So I'm like sitting at my desk reading Us magazine, mostly looking at the pictures. And out of my periph, I see this huge bug squanking across my carpet, right? He's just and a bottle of rum. Like, and he's looking at me like, what are you doing here? I'm like, what are you doing here? It's my pad. And he was the biggest, scariest looking mutant, 8-legged silverfish meat stink bug thing. I didn't know what it was. I was scared to death. He's over there cutting a rug. So I'm like, ran in the kitchen to get the raid. When I came back, he was gone. I was like, no way. Like I could ever go to sleep knowing this big psycho bug is lurking and looming. And I know he was poisonous, so I'm freaking out. And then I look on the tile floor, and I see this bastard. He's trying to blend in where the cracks meet. I go, oh, that is so you, and you are so busted, my friend. But I wasn't for sure, so I had to blow on him. I go, and he was like, he gave that little involuntary flinch. But once he moved a little bit, he knew he had to commit because he was busted, so he starts hauling ass with this little crack in the baseboard. He's like, just last-ditch effort for freedom. He's got the wind resistance. I'm like, go for it, buddy. I would let him get about halfway and just wailed on him with the raid. And he went in that bug twitch. Click, click, click. And he starts running the wrong way. He's running in circles, you know. He's freaking out. He still had a piece of the original idea in his head, but his brain was so drenched with rage, he didn't know where he was. I wanted to go here for something, and I was headed that way. And I'm like, wrong way, Feldman. I wailed him again. He was looking at me like, okay, I'm dead, all right? Think I'm going to pull out of this, pal? You have to blow the whole bottle on me, friend. I go, hi, it's a can. He's like, yeah, like I can see anything through this fog blast. And then he went click, click, and died, and I flicked him through the TV antenna for 3. Yeah. It's not a game. I'll whip out the guns. I'll do some Jean-Claude Van damage. I think you understand. All right, enough about me. Come on. Bring on the next young lady performer tonight. She's been on The Tonight Show, and she's been on HBO, Women of the Night. Please welcome Diane Nichols. Diane.
Hello. Hello. We just got back from Sweden, where I noticed a lot of girls in Sweden are shaving their head like Sinead O'Connor, which I encouraged. I encourage all natural blondes to shave their head. Yeah, that's a good look for you, Inga. You know whose head I'd like to shave? Heather Locklear. I'd like to go after her with the Lady Bic. She had this commercial that irked me. She'd look right at the camera and go, I just love to compete at the beach. Get me a crossbow. Show Heather a little competition. Perhaps some skeet shooting. Hey, Heather, pull. Oh, Heather fell down. Bye-bye, Head. Well, maybe I'm just jealous because she wants you to work out. I'm not athletic. I gave up sports early. My last bungee jump was birth. Yeah, well, they cut the cord on me. I'll never trust them again. I want to look like Cher. You like Cher's body? I think it's great, but her entire behind is tattooed. They did a close-up of it on 2020. I think it's a Laura Ashley pattern. I said to my friend Lucy, aren't those your dishes? I recognize that pattern. That's Blue Willow, isn't it? Oh my God, Cher has a salad plate tattooed to her ass. Now she has a big knife tattooed down this arm. She should put a fork over here, and she can turn around and go, dinner is served. I joined the health spa. I decided my behind was dropping about an inch a year. I thought, my God, if this keeps up, I'll be able to sit down without bending my knees. Maybe it's ugly, but it is comfortable. It's kind of like being a couch potato with your own couch. See, my problem is, and please don't stare, my legs are too short for my height, which is like a crime in California. I hate buying slacks. The sales girl always says, well, I don't think so, hon. They pooch out a little at the knees. I said, those are my hips. Leave me the hell alone, sister. See, it's so competitive. Some of the women in my gym are wearing their leotards too small. They think it'll hold them in and make them look thinner. You just spill out over the edges. I think it looks unnatural. Like you're not supposed to have cleavage under your arms. This is not attractive. Men don't like this. Of course, if you really want to confuse them, push it around to the back. You can be the only gal on a double date. 2 dinners, yum, yum, yum. And fun to dance with. Well, I don't know. Men are not that shallow. I think men are a lot more romantic than we give them credit for, don't you? Women now holding up the man's hand and applauding for him. I think if a man loves you, I think he'd kill for you, I think he'd die for you. Just one little thing a man will never do for you. He will never hold your purse in public. But we make them, don't we? That's our version of prove your love. Hold it like this. In the mall. That's how you know a man loves you. He takes that horrific trip to the mall with you. You know, men don't want to be there. They wander around, they're confused. That's why they have those big circles in malls. Those are holding pens for men. So they won't wander over to the Hickory Farms and eat those garlic sausages they're belching for the next 48 hours. And you keep begging, what the hell were you eating? Why does the car smell like kielbasa? I hate when they burp things I didn't cook. I'm very territorial. See, women, we think we can get men to do anything we want. We think we have the greatest weapon in the world against men. Guess you know what that is. It's not sex. Not anymore. Not since they found out we like it too. We lost ground there. Yeah, nowadays, women are not faking orgasms. They're hiding them. No, hon. Nothing happened for me. Oh, that was the hiccup. Now, my mother thinks my generation has gone crazy. She said, what's the matter with you girls? I said, honey, raised on Cosmopolitan magazine. I took all my advice from that. They said that women should put on wet underwear under their clothes because this will make your dress cling like skin. I tried that. I walked into a party with wetness seeping through my clothes. You think my date thought I was sexy? He said, oh my God, you sweat like a horse. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the show. Bye-bye.
What would I change on myself physically if I could change one thing? Is that what you're asking? I would say my nards. I think I would like to change my nards and get them reduced somehow. Got it. Everything else I'm pretty pleased with.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. All right. Good show. Good show. Good show so far. So I'm going to just keep moving this comedy train chugging. This next gentleman is a powerfully funny man. You've seen him on the A-List on Comedy Central, Gene Pompa.
Before I get started, I could tell you about myself. I'm a little emotionally distraught. I just found out that my girlfriend and my boyfriend are bisexuals. Anyways, bought a new car a couple weeks ago. I bought a brand new Porsche 944 Turbo. And I really couldn't afford it, but I figured, what the hell, I'll just pick up a couple extra hours a week at work. So I'm working 137 hours a week now. I was a hyperactive child. I had problems getting along with my dad when I was a little kid. I'd walk in the house on a Saturday and I'd yank the newspaper out of his hand and I'd say, "Hey, idiot, I'm bored." And he'd get really sarcastic. He'd say, "Hey there, little bear, why the long face?" I'd say, "There's nothing to do, you big fat stupid." He goes, "Yeah," he goes, "why don't you go in the kitchen and bring out the old man a large cup of piping hot coffee?" So I'd bring him out some piping hot coffee. Then I'd toss it over to him. I'd say, "Think fast, Dad." And he'd start screaming at the top of his lungs. He'd get pissed. And I'd say, "Hey there, little bear, why the long face?" You know, I was watching the news last night, and there was this mafia informant on there. And this mafia informant, he had the news staff cover up his face so the mafia wouldn't see who he was and no harm would come to his family or his friends. And I was thinking, if I was this guy, I would take advantage of the situation. You know, I'd take out a big picture of an ex-girlfriend that dumped me, and I get my face right in that camera. And I'd say, "Hey, big fat stupid mafia stupids. I don't care what you do to me, just please don't hurt my sister." Sometimes when I get really bored, I like to take out the automotive section of the classified ads and randomly call people up that are trying to sell their used cars. Go, "Hi, I'm calling about that 1987 Toyota Tercel with the BBS wheels and the tinted glass. 3,500 or best offer?" "Yeah, I was just calling to tell you I'm not interested." Have you ever dialed the wrong number and instead of hanging up the phone, you try to scare the person on the other end of the line? You know, I was calling this friend of mine the other day. I go, "Hi, is Jane there?" He goes, "No, for crying out loud, you dialed the wrong number." I go, "I didn't dial the wrong number. You just picked up the wrong damn phone." Have you ever gotten in a big argument with your girlfriend or your wife? In the heat of anger, you say something really nasty that you know you shouldn't have said. So you try to act like you said something else. You know, me and my girlfriend got in this really hairy argument. You know, she's just going off on me, man. She just lost it. And finally, I go, "Man," I go, "what is your problem? Boy, you must have a gnarly yeast infection." She goes, "What did you say?" I said, "By golly, it's almost Easter vacation." You know, so, my name's Gene Pompa. I'm Mexican-American. You know, first year of college, I met this girl, and I wanted to go out with her. And she goes, "Gene," she goes, "what are you anyways?" And I go, "I'm Mexican." She goes, "Well, I don't know if you should go out with me because my dad's really prejudiced against Mexicans. But maybe if you called him up and you could impress him and offer some intellectually stimulating conversation, he'll make an exception and you could qualify to go out with me." So I go, "All right," you know, because I really liked her. So I called him up. I said, "Hello, Mr. Anderson. I'm calling about your daughter. She's nice." So I just got out of jail. I was in there for contempt of court. And what happened was I got called into jury duty, and the judge ran around the jury box, and he wanted us to introduce ourselves, tell him what we did for a living and where we lived. And the first guy goes, "Yeah, my name is Andy Anderson. I live in Los Angeles, California, and I work as a foreman for General Telephone. I've never served on jury duty before." And they got to me and they said, "Yeah, my name is Gene Pompa. I live in Hollywood. I work as a houseboy for this older gentleman, And basically what I do is I serve hors d'oeuvres at his parties in a little sundress. And Judge got really mad. He got pissed. And I said, hey there, little bear. Why the long face? So I'll send it to you, Papa. Thanks a lot.
Gaining weight. I feel like Brando lately. I'm a big fat pig. I'm like,
Clever ring ding, please. My son's a good kid. Please put that camera away. Don't take that picture, please. Get the press out of here.
Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, of course. The audience. How could I forget? So, funniest thing I said all night. All right, this is the next performer coming to the stage. This young man hosts his own comedy show called Steam Pipe Alley. He's very funny. I just saw him in a club. Please welcome Mario Cantone.
Broadway! Here we are in Broadway. Thanks for that Broadway welcome. You know what's worse than the Broadway shows this year? The commercials for the Broadway shows. They're the worst thing. What about that guy, the Man of La Mancha commercial? Sheena Easton is a babe. Yeah, there's a theater goer. Yeah. And the worst one is the Grand Hotel one with that insane woman like, oh, I loved it! Centuries was fantastic! Her dancing, her singing, her movement. I want to see it twice more. So you didn't like it? Oh, I loved it! Are you going to see it again? As soon as I can get tickets, my husband works in this area. This woman is so insane. She's sick. First of all, she's balding as she speaks, okay? Patches of hair like falling out of her head like she got a bad batch of Clairol somewhere. She looks ridiculous. And then she's like in your face. She's like a rabid dog. She's relentless. Oh, I loved it! Oh, she's so ridiculous. It's wonderful. And the show she's advertising for is Grand Hotel. Did you ever see it? It sucked. 2 hours and 6 minutes, no intermission. I was like, I'm going to pee on these people in a second if they don't stop. 2 hours of chairs. That's all they do is go, Grand Hotel, the Grand Hotel, the Grand Hotel, the Grand Hotel, hey, Grand Hotel, ouch, you know, it's like, really, that's all they did. It was the worst. And this woman loved it. Well, you know, first of all, they did a profile on her on Channel 7. She's the cafeteria woman in Queens. Oh, the horror for those children. That's all I have to say. How's the food, Paula? Wonderful, fantastic. The zucchini fritters, the bacon burgers, the pizza muffins. I want to chew them twice more. So what if you run out of food? I'll get some more. My husband works in the area. And she loved this show. I'll tell you something. You got to watch out for some of these Broadway shows that they hype up. You know what I finally saw after 9 years? Cats. Oh, yeah, applaud my butt, because that show was, first of all, it was 4 hours of theatrical torture, all right? I was like, plot line, please. Could I have a plot line? That's all I did. That's all I did for 4 hours. Like, yum, 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 a jellicle cat is this and that. A jellicle cat, the jellicle moon. What the hell is a jellicle cat? What? Then I will explain it. A jellicle cat can wear a jellicle cat is different. What the hell are you talking about? So I wanted to let loose a pit bull on stage. I really did. A jellicle dog. I did. And then if you see it in New York, the set comes out. It looks kind of like this, but then it comes out. It comes out, and they crawl on you. They crawl on you. I was like, for $65, get your hairy ass out of my face. Oh, yeah. It's awful. It's the worst thing. It just looks like an old Michael Jackson video. It really does. Michael, he looks good, huh? What about his skin? What, did he dip it in DD7? What did he do? I'm sorry. It's like, you know. And the new stuff, the video, remember the long version of the black and white video where he was like, it don't matter if it's black or white. Shimon. Shimon. What is he, ringing a bell? What is he doing? And that's a weird video. The way you make me feel. He's going after the girl he's like lusting and sweating for and going to the car. And then his sister LaToya's in the video, right? Like, oh, what about her? She looks like her face is like silly putty, like you could like mold it. Can we talk about the Jackson family skin problem for a second? Because Jermaine looks like he had like golf balls implanted here. And then like LaToya's melting, Michael's peeling. They look like they had a friggin' microwave party one night. It doesn't look good. They messed with it. So anyway, he's going after the girl in this video. The way you make me feel, he's really lusting for her. And then, finally, he corners her at the end after this long journey of song, music, and dance. And what happens? Nothing. He gives her a hug. He's like, come here, I just want to hold you. Oh, don't kiss me, oh, germs. It's like, Mike, what did you go through all that just to be good friends with the girl? It's like, you know, put your gas mask on and kiss the girl. This is a drama, Mike. Oh, this is Katie. I know about acting. You've got to listen to me. You've got to kiss her on the mouth with all the passion that you have. If it disgusts you, put a condom on your tongue or something, but kiss her. Think of something else. You've got to think of something else to get your juices flowing. Think of Emmanuel Lewis, the Bubbles, the Chip, and Macaulay Culkin. I got you one from the other. Just kiss her on the mouth, convince the audience that you love her, then go home and lick Mickey Mouse and do what the hell you want to do with your personal life. Come on, Michael, come on! Thanks so much. You guys are so fun.